Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Miracle Boy Boxing here, hosting Cruz. I am your host, and today's edition is going to be about Edgar the Monster Berlanga. We all know who Berlanga is. Who doesn't? If you don't, you're a hater. Edgar Berlanga, man, we all know when he burst on the scene on ESPN, he was racking up these high-profile knockouts. Some pretty impressive and brutal ones too, which got everybody attention. Even celebrities got his attention. You're talking about Fat Joe, all kinds of celebrities, all kinds. Edgar Berlanga going out, being in that entourage with the jewelry, the bling bling, and all that stuff. But prior to that, Edgar was in a hot streak when it comes to KOs. And by the time that KO streak ended, it was 16 straight first round knockouts. And I don't care what anybody says, regardless of who he's fought, yeah, no names, tomato cans, bums, whatever you want to call them. At the end of the day, he knocked 16 straight professional boxers out. To go in there and knock out a boxer 16 times straight in the first round. Of course, different opponents. In the first round, that's impressive, regardless of who he's fought or not. Name or no name. It's impressive because no boxer is going to go in there and let you knock him out. Check what I'm saying. So if Edgar could have done that for 16 straight fights, that's impressive. The power is real. But of course, as he stepped up in competition, we all saw it. He couldn't get the knockouts anymore. The power was shown, but the guys was taking it, and was able to take it to some rounds. I think about 3 fights straight since the streak ended, Edgar has gone to decision. And I would say the Demon Nicholson fight was a impressive win because even though he went decision, he dropped Nicholson about 3 times, rocked him a million times, and he won the fight clearly, even though it was a competitive fight. That's my dog in the background, guys. Sorry about that. But Demon Nicholson was hitting him back. He had an opponent, and Demon Nicholson hitting him back and giving him a fight. And Edgar took it well. Oh, wait till he gets hit on the chin and this and that. And Demon had power. And Edgar got good in that fight and was able to take it and fought back and win the decision. That was a pretty impressive win. But then after that, it started to be like his performances wasn't the same when he fought Cosieres, when he fought Steve Rose, and when he fought Alexis Angulo. Those 3 fights weren't that impressive at all. It started to get worse. Some say he lost the Steve Rose fight, and some say he lost the Angulo fight. I disagree. I felt he won all those fights. The thing is, he did not impress. That's the only issue. He won. He did just enough to win those fights. He just didn't impress. And that's it. Edgar, to me, in my opinion, because everyone is telling him to box, use his jab and this and that. And Edgar does have a good jab once he uses it. It's pretty solid, thudding jab. I saw it in the Cosieres fight. Pretty good jab. My opinion for Edgar, I think he should not move and box. That's not his style. That's not his strength. His strength is to come forward and throw punches. I mean, that's what made him the monster. That's what got him those 16 first round knockouts. Think about it. You want Edgar to box and move, like he's Sugar Ray Leonard. No, that's not going to happen. He's not going to be effective that way. Edgar is a big, strong guy with real punching power, who's gotten 16 first round knockouts by coming forward and throwing bombs. Be kill or be killed type of style. That's what got him those 16 first round knockouts, not boxing. The only thing I will say is for Edgar to keep that jab, because he has a pretty good jab. Keep that aggressive, come forward style, but at the same time use a jab to set up those shots. Don't just come in and throw bombs. Use that jab and set that right hand up and that left hook, and those shots should come. That's the only thing I would say Edgar should fix. I don't really care for Edgar to box like how we did in an Angulo fight, because when Edgar came forward in an Angulo fight and started letting his hands go, he had Angulo on defense. Edgar power is real. If Edgar was kept on the offense and didn't, because anytime he was on the offense in that fight, he would step back. And I get it, Angulo could punch. So you got to be careful. But Angulo wasn't doing anything when Edgar was letting his hands go. He was just in a defensive shield. And Edgar's power is real, where an uppercut can sneak in there and could have done damage. Something could have done damage. Edgar is effective when he comes forward and throw bombs. But the thing is now, I want him to use his jab. He has a pretty good jab, and I feel that if he used that jab, come forward, use that jab before coming in just with straight right hands and left hooks, he'll be effective. Edgar needs to be him. Come forward and throw punches. Bring that pressure and beat Edgar once again. You got to treat these guys. Edgar has to treat these opponents like if these were the first 16 first round opponents knockouts that he got. These opponents that he got in the first 16 fights. He's got to treat them the same way. I don't care who Edgar fights. Edgar has to treat these opponents. The next opponent he fights, he has to treat him like the streak is still alive. Like he's still getting these first round knockouts. You're big, you're strong, you can hit hard. What ain't broken, don't fix. You try to fix it with boxing and moving, and it's not really working like many expected. Yes, in the amateurs, he was a pretty good boxer and this and that, but this is the pro ranks. Edgar got 16 first round knockouts in the pros, not in the amateurs. He built his attention by the KO streak, and yes, his opposition got better, but he was no longer the seek and destroy type of guy. The Steve Rose fight, he was not seeking destroying him. The Alexis Angulo fight, he was not there to seek and destroy. Just boxing. And yeah. So I feel that if Edgar uses jab and come forward, he should return to Edgar Berlanga like he did in the first 16 fights that he had, knocking out his opponents. Not saying he's going to get them out of there in one round, but he should be able to get knockouts again. I feel that Edgar should also, cut the ring off better than what he normally does. And once he does do that and use his jab, he's going to be very effective. Use his jab to set up and then come with the right hand, left hook. He's going to be very successful with that. I can see it. But he's got to do it. He cannot be there trying to box with a guy who's likely going to be able to box better than him. He's got to go in there, use that jab, that thudding jab. That jab of Edgar is like a power punch. It's very snappy and thudding. That's what swelled up Maribel Cosiere's eyes, the jab, and threw off his rhythm. That was a good game plan in that fight by using that jab to make Osiris think, and kept him on his bicycle in that fight. Osiris will do something, Edgar will throw a jab, Osiris moves again. So it's like that was a good game plan, and that's what swelled up his eye. So Edgar used that jab, come forward, and set those solid shots up again. And I'm pretty sure those KOs will come. Edgar Berlanga is no longer with Top Rank, as many of you may know. He's weighing in his options now between Golden Boy and Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. At Matchroom Boxing, he's already sat down with them. So right now we're just waiting on the decision on what he's gonna make on what's his choice. Either way, it's good for Berlanga. When it comes to opposition, Golden Boy has challenges, Matchroom has challenges. So it's a good thing for Edgar. I still have faith in Edgar Berlanga. He's still young, still learning. 20-0, 16 knockouts, pretty good record. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in his next fight. I'm looking forward to it. I still got faith in the guy. I feel he can become a world champion. He has potential. Like I said, if he uses the jab the way he's supposed to, and set up those power shots with it, he should be successful. Not saying it's gonna keep him undefeated for forever, but he should be able to beat a lot of fighters because he's still big and strong and can hit hard. And not everyone's chin is the same. Meaning, if you take one fighter, Edgar hit him, he may take it, the other one may not. So, and that's boxing. So there's always a chance in a fight, and that goes for Edgar's opponent too. In boxing, anyone has a chance to land that right punch. Well, yeah, that's all I wanted to speak about. Edgar the Monster Berlanga, looking to come back in this year against either a Golden Boy or Matchroom Boxing. Promotion wise, no longer with Top Rank. Let's see what happened, guys. Edgar the Monster Berlanga, one of the top contenders at 168 pounds. Let's see what's next. This is Miracle Boy Boxing. I'm hosting Cruz, and it's always been a pleasure to talk to you guys about boxing, strictly boxing. You know how I do it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button. Always a pleasure. Thanks for giving me your time and attention. And see you guys next time. Peace.